All right, before we can start doing anything with the review averages or anything like that, which we will get to, we need to actually be able to upload some ratings and some reviews to our database. Now, again, you should have in your PHP My Admin. Oops. A table called reviews. Now, you're going to want to take note of these column names right here. Make sure that the ones that you're providing in this are going to be identical. So now our review page right here, we're going to actually be able to call this review helper now. So what's going to happen is this is setting the time zone to just be the universal time zone, which is, I think, Greenwich, somewhere out in like the middle of the Atlantic. Not really sure. Anyway, it's going to be UTC time, and we are going to pull in the database handler. That's fine. So we're going to do our standard little check right here using isSet. So if isSet, got our post global variable, make sure that's all caps. And inside the square bracket right here is going to be review dash submit. Oops, make sure that is an S. All right. We're going to do a session underscore start. Make sure we're getting the session information because we're going to get the username. So that should be the uname. You can check by going to the login helper. So it would be uname right there for me. So the first one is going to be uname. It's going to be $ underscore session. And inside single quotes here is going to be uname. Okay. The next thing we're going to have from our review page right here is going to be the title, which is going to be review title. Okay. Title equals $ underscore post in square brackets review dash title semicolon to close that out. And then for the date, what we're going to do is we're going to use a date function, and we're going to give it a particular format for the date. So we're going to do year, month, day, and then hour, minute, second. And the way that looks is in single quotes right here, capital Y dash M dash D space hour colon I for the minute and S for the second. So that's our date. Our review right here is going to be the text for the review. Yep, post. So that's just going to be called review, I believe, which we can double check by going to our review page. Yep, the name is review. And then we're going to grab the rating and the item ID as well. So our item underscore ID is going, I'm just going to copy and paste. You know what? I'm going to copy and paste this because I'm lazy. And this is going to be the item underscore ID. Next one's going to be the rating. Man, keep forgetting to copy and paste. Anyway, that's going to just be rating. All right, so the only thing that we should really be checking for right here is the title, because everything else we're getting for ourselves. I'm going to be super lazy and I'm not going to check it, which is bad and not very secure, but just be aware of that. So for our SQL statement, we're going to have an insert into reviews. In parentheses, it's going to be item ID, all one word, uname, title, review text, all one word, I believe. Let me just check this really quick. Go away, go away. Item ID, the rev ID will already be taken care of. So we've taken care of this one. We've got the username, got the title, review text, rev date, rating number, and status is going to change. Review date, rev date, rating num, right? Rev date. Oops. Yep, rev date. And review text. Okay, cool. And status. All right, and the values that are going to go in there are going to be very specific. Now you might say, well, we haven't done anything for the status. We're just going to give it a value of 1, which is true. So what's going to go in here is going to be in single quotes. Oops. Item ID, comma, in single quotes, $, uname, in single quotes, title. Oops. With a $sign in front of it. All right, so we got the item ID, the username, the title. The next one's the review text, which is the review, and then item ID. Wait, no, I gave it item ID already. Wait. Date. Yeah, the date. $, review. $, date. $, and the rating I think is just called rating. And this last one is just going to be the number 1. So this is kind of long. You can't really see all of it in one go because I've got this zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. But yeah, just make sure that you have all those in that order because this is the order you're going to be giving it for your SQL statement. Here, I'll just see if that does it. It's a little bit better. All right. Anyway, it's our SQL statement. I'm going to give it a statement. We actually don't need a statement because we're just going to do a query. I'm going to do my SQLi underscore query. And that's going to be con and SQL. All right. Okay. And yeah, and then we're just gonna do a header back to our previous page. So in here, location, colon, dot, dot, review, dot, php, question mark, ID equals item ID. And then an exit. All right. I think that be fine. Let me just check my review page really quick. Okay. Let's give this a shot. All right. Let's check. And we have a rating. We got the item ID. We got the username of the person who reviewed it, title of that review, the date and time, and that looks pretty good. Status is 1. All right. We're good to go on the review helper. This is most of it. You guys can just see that. I'm going to just scroll over a little bit so you can see the SQL statement. All right.